Hey there, friends. Bobby here. Let me see if you can see me on the camera. Hey, it's Bobby. Alright. Hey, we're back here for part 3 of how to do a brake job correctly. And what we've done here, we're still waiting on our rotors to get back. Still waiting for the man to call us. We've already laid out our brand new brake pads, and these pads are from the dealership. So that's always great. You know, if you got a customer that wants to go back with dealer parts, it's nice, makes it easy, good quality parts going back together, so that's always a plus. Anyway, with this kit you get the new brake pads. These are all the front ones, these are all the back ones. It comes with brand new shims, brand new clips for the caliper brackets on the front, and this special moly grease, which is brake grease to put on the back of the pads. And that's what I'm just going to start by showing you that right now. We're going to squeeze out a little bit of this, and on the back of each brake pad, we're going to do the fronts first. We're going to go ahead and just take your finger, rub on some of this brake grease all the way across the surface. They just snap right into place, just like that for the front pads. So we're going to get all these on here. Okay, those are all snapped into place. So there's a coat of lubricant between the pad and the shim. Now you should have enough left over in your little pouch of lubricant that comes with your, somebody's texting me, that's what you hear, that little beep there. And put a thin coat on the outside too, because the caliper actually touches this, so you want some lubrication between this shim and the caliper also, and that will help definitely eliminate any type of squeaking. Now if you're running low on the lubricant, you can just put some just like on each side of it, because that surface right there is actually where the caliper ears touch, you know, but I've got enough in here. I'm going to go ahead and just lubricate the whole front of it. So there you go. Alright, so this is lubricating the brake pads. Okay. This is kind of messy. If you have latex gloves, if you like wearing latex gloves, this is probably a good time to put them on. And you can buy those at any of your parts houses. Mechanics seem to wear them just as much as doctors and nurses these days, so it's become a very popular thing. I just don't have any here right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now we still got the same thing to do with all these rear pads here. I'm not going to put this on the video, but I do want you to see one difference on these rear brake pads. You see how they have a squealer right here attached to it? Now when I pull these pads off of the back caliper bracket, the pad with the squealer is the inner pad, okay? And make sure one of them's on one side, one of them's on the other side. Just make sure you put them back. You check your old pads that come off, so you put the right pad on the right side. The outer pads are the same, so you know you can put them on either side. Same thing goes on for these. We got a little bag of lubricant here. We've got brand new shims, and we will actually lube all this up in the same fashion and install the shims. Now, before we end this video, I want to, I've got all 4 of the caliper brackets laid out here on the table. Now I want to put one here. Let me just check the camera and make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yep, you can. Okay. This one here actually comes off the left front, so we're going to pull this off. Now you can see that there's a squealer attached to that pad right there on the left front. So let's grab, now we got some brand new squealers here. Here's a brand new one. So let's just grab one of these pads here, and we want to install it on the same side. And just check, see how it's attached. It just pops right on there onto the edge of the ear. So we're going to take this pad right here, and we're just going to grab the squealer here, and we're going to pop it into place. So we know that that's going to be our inner pad on our left bracket right here. So we'll end up using these 2 brake pads for this side. We'll slide these out of the way. Now I'm going to pull this other pad off, get it out of the way. Now, what we want to do is I'm going to pan the camera around. We're going to take a wire brush and we're going to clean. We're going to knock off some of this brake dust. Definitely want to knock all this stuff off, as much of it as you can. And make sure, brake dust can be harmful. Brake pads used to be made out of asbestos. I'm not exactly sure what they're made out of now, but probably 10 years from now they're going to tell you that it's going to cause cancer, so it's probably a good idea to wear a dust mask when you're doing any type of brake work. Although I'm stupid sometimes and I don't do it. But anyway, that's another story. Okay, so we've brushed off some of the brake dust that's here on these surfaces here to where our pads ride. We're actually going to, since this kit come with new hardware for that, we're going to remove these clips and actually put the brand new ones on. But this right here is what I wanted to show you, just on one wheel here, and I want you to do this on all 4 wheels. These are your caliper pins. There's a rubber bushing here that helps keep dirt and stuff from getting in between the pin and the caliper bracket. Now we want to pull these out one at a time, closely inspect them. I have seen on cars where these get seized up, and that's what causes the brake pads to wear out prematurely. But this one actually looks okay. We want to take a, I've got some brake clean here, which is something you can pick up at any parts store. It's just a fast evaporating cleaner. We're going to put it on a rag. We're going to pull the pin out. We're going to wipe some of this old grease off of here, okay? We're going to wipe it clean, lay it there for just a moment. Get the other side, don't mix them up, because see, there is a difference. See, a lot of cars, there's a difference on these pins, so you definitely don't want to mix them up. You want them to go right back in the same hole that they come out of. Alright, this pin here is fine, it's ready. Now we've cleaned it, and what we want to do, we have some, you don't want to use the same type of lubricant on this as you did on the back side of the pad. You want to use some type of silicone type paste is what you want to do. And I won't really mention any company name here because I don't want to advertise for anybody, but you can buy this stuff at your parts store too. And it's a silicone paste. That's what you're looking for. Go ahead and take your screwdriver, go ahead and dab a little bit on your pin there, and try to rake a little bit at the end of your screwdriver. Stick it in the boot, just dab a little bit inside there, a little bit of extra, and that's about all you really need to do with that. Go ahead and shove your pin back in, kind of work it back and forth. Now you'll feel sometimes you get like a hydraulic pressure lock there, so go ahead and pull it back out. Maybe you got a little bit too much there. You just want it lubed up real good. We don't want to actually have a hydraulic pressure lock there. But there we go. So the pin goes all the way in. It's nice and lubricated. It's ready for another 30,000 miles or so. This is very important. A lot of guys that get in this field, they don't pay attention to do things like this when they do your brake job. You take it somewhere, they're trying to get it done as fast as they possibly can because they're working on flat rate and they're just there to make some money. So make sure you take, if you're not going to do it yourself, take it to someone that you can trust that's going to do things right. Now we've put a little bit in there. Alright, we're shoving that pin in place. Let's twist it back and forth. Twist it back and forth. Somebody's still texting me. Wow. Okay, so there you go, folks. That's really all you need to do with the caliper pins. So they're ready to go for another 30,000 miles or 40,000, ever how many miles this fella can get out of his brake job.